Bravo, bravo. I watched the entire thing. By the foundness gods, you actually did it. Whacked those heroes around as if they were nothing and sent them flying back from whence they came. And in front of the boss, no less. And now you're here. Why am I repeating everything back that just happened down to the last detail? Don't worry about it. The point is, you got His Majesty's attention. And with that comes perks. So let me ask you a question. What's the most important thing when it comes to being a villain? World domination? A display of power? Becoming top dog? No. All wrong. It's the fashion. How can you hope to make a name for yourself in the underworld if you look like an NPC or, dare I say, a normie? I know, I'm sorry, it's just... No. We can't have that. And we won't. Because by the time I'm done with you, you're going to be walking out here dripping intimidation and thrills, not Netflix and chill. Or as I'd prefer, Netflix and grill. Oh, yes. Funny joke. But anyways, enough banter. We've got to get to work. There's a variety of different outfits that I want you to try on, that I'm assuming that you'll find rather intriguing. But before that, we've got to get you all measured up. I want to take a nice long look at your face, just to make sure everything is in working order. It's not, we'll have to work on that, but that's okay. So, let me just grab my measuring tool. There's a variety of different things here. I have to measure your face, your body. Excuse me while I just adjust this god awful mask. So, just stay still for me. So, tell me, how does it feel to finally be in the League of Villains, to finally have made an impression? Exciting, right? I am so proud to be your personal tailor for this monumental moment, and I look forward to seeing where you go from here. And hopefully you'll have better luck with these masks. If you decide to wear one than I do that keeps slipping off my face when I don't want it to. That is not part of the script, it's just annoying. But anyways, let's just here. Okay. So, do you have any idea the type of style you want to go for? We could go real details and even see the type of fabrics, or just see what's available in stock. Whatever suits your needs. Okay. The smell of this lemon. The smell of this lemon tape measure always gets me. Makes you wonder, why would a hero choose to be a hero when they just miss out on perks like these? Surely they wouldn't have their own tailor with their own flavors. That's ridiculous. This is our thing. The heroes may be a lot of things, but copycats, they might be. Never mind. Perhaps they do have their own tailor. I don't know what I'm talking about. This is what you're going to have to deal with as a villain. Weirdos like me coming out with random comments like this. But anyways, I'm going to measure your head now. Let's just go around here. There we go. So we'll go 10, 11, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 20. Just go around here. Oh, pardon me. Okay. And just go all around here. Okay, let's get another one. You have a particular favourite colour? We don't have that colour, we only have yellow or pink, I'm afraid. Okay. I'll just go on your head again here. Okay. It's important that we measure it with both measuring tapes. Different colours, different colours. It produces different results. Now I'm just going to go around your ears. That's important if you decide to wear a full helmet or some kind of hood. And of course, for the mask to hook onto your ears, we have to make sure it's the correct size here. Okay. Okay. Now, just go down to your body. First, your shoulders here. We'll be going from 30, 28, 27, 26, 22. Okay. And can you just stretch out your arm for me? Thank you. Nice long, rather toned. It's no wonder you beat those heroes down. I think you have to apologise, other arm, if you have any engines outside. These goddamn other villains have no consideration for their tailors when they're dealing with an important client here. Okay, now. Oh, excuse me. There we go. Put that around you. Can you just stretch out your arms for me? Just gonna put this around your chest here. Looks like we've got 34, 23, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Okay. That'll do for now, for the measuring. Looking very spiffy. And then next, I want to take a good proper look at your face here. So, looks like, no offense, but your skin's looking a little bit rough, I suppose the word would be. Let me just test the elasticity of it. Come on, you. There we go. Okay, I'm just gonna poke at it. Okay. Looks like maybe your eyebrows could use a bit of a plucking as well. And then we also have your hair. It's looking a little rough around the edges. You didn't think to get it looking all nice when you decided to beat down those heroes. What if they grabbed it? Oh, they did. Oh, well, there you go then. Okay, just poke there. Looks like elasticity is looking pretty good. Just try it here. Do you have a skincare routine at all? Okay. Okay, then next, I want to take care of that hair. Do you have any particular style you want to go for? You don't have to be dramatic. Just have to make it look presentable. Okay. We'll just start with a little bit of trimming out here. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you seem as if, I don't know, surprised? Your expression seems as if something has happened that you didn't expect. Anything you wanna let me know? I may just be a tailor, but I'm also quite good for secrets if you have any. I certainly won't be going around the league and telling anybody. No, not at all. Secrets are perfectly safe with your local tailor here. Typical thing then. You thought being here in our special league of villains meant you were going to have to deal with a lot of flack. You thought we were all going to be quite rude. Is that right? Yep, that's one of the many lies the heroes like to tell. They make us look bad. Acting as if we're just a bunch of bullies in a high school. Thankfully, we're not understaffed, because just so many refuse to believe those villains. And so our business has been flourishing quite well so far. But yes, well done again on thrashing them, putting them in their place. Ironically, I would say they are the real high school bullies. Okay, let's go here. So have you ever considered dyeing your hair at all? Again, it's important to make an impression, so just the typical brunette, blonde type of style doesn't really cut it. You don't have to, of course, but you know, might be worth considering. You could go purple on one side, green on another, red, yellow. You could maybe go turquoise or pink, although I'm not sure that would work very well. There is one villain I know. She's got her ponytails. One that's pink and the other that's blue. It looks okay, but personally, I've seen better. Don't tell her though. She might smash me with a hammer. What's her name? Don't worry about it. It's not important. Not really a fan of her in a little squad. Let's just say that. Especially with outfits like this. Okay. I think that looks good. So before we get on to the actual outfits, just want to pluck those big bushy eyebrows. No offense, but you kind of look like you belong in a zoo, you know. But as a tailor, it's important that I'm just honest with you. So let me just get one here. Which one? You'll do. Well, we'll choose a couple. Okay, so just stay still for me. This might hurt just a lot. My God, you really are quite attractive, but you do have quite a bit of hair. We'll go with 2 here. Just put that. Okay. So then, tell me your ambitions. What did you have in mind when you accepted joining the boss and us here? What's the plan for you? Gonna take the top spot or try to? Just gonna stay a grunt? Or is it for anything else? Well, personally, I don't know if it's already obvious being a tailor or no, but I just did it for the fashion. Don't tell them that though. Surprisingly, that is one reason why, believe it or not, a lot of villains join in. A lot of them are fashionistas, as it were. Because let's be honest, look in movies and TV shows. Have you ever seen a villain that wasn't dressed up and all stylish? You ever seen a villain that looked like a slob? Let's say a main villain, for example. How often do you not see one dressed in a full suit? Am I right? Fashion's more important than people give it credit for. Personally, I would say as the Tailor that I'm the main antagonist, but don't tell that. Let the boss and everybody else think that they have the main reins, but joke's on them, because whenever they do defeat a hero, whenever they make a name for themselves, the one thing people will be looking at won't be their face, it'll be their outfit, so they can suck it. You're a good listener, by the way, I appreciate you. Okay, I think we're good to go. Just a little bit, anyways. So, there's a variety of different things. I would like to introduce you to the coat, for example, but we are kind of strapped for time, as it were. No particular reason, I'm sure it has nothing to do with me just grooming you, but whatever. So, I want to start off with the waistcoat first. There's a variety of different kinds here. Of course, we don't have to choose today, but I would like you just to have a nice little look. I may need a coat hanger, but we'll see how we go. So first off, we have one here, which quite, as you could see, quite a nice, I suppose a Victorian style, as it were. Has a very simple design. Apologies, we can't exactly show much. And then these buttons with, as you can hear, quite a bit of detail to it. We have something with plenty of patterns, just all the way around there. Now it does close around the bottom, so if you do wish to wear some kind of tie, a bow, something like that, you can most certainly show it off here. Of course, it sounds relatively nice as well. Of course, judging by the lights, you could see it has a very nice sheen to it. Now the only thing is, it is quite thin. So if you're going to pay a visit to, say, the Norse Hell realm, it may be just a little bit too thin to keep you nice and warm. But here is option one. Now unfortunately, I know you cannot see it well enough, but you can use your imagination. So let's move on to option two. Oh dear, I'm sorry about that. This one is almost similar. It has a similar design, however, it closes more toward the top. So, give an example. Let's look at this one here. It closes, this one with the buttons is more double-breasted. I don't know if you can tell. It would close right over, almost like a peacoat, as it were. So, let's say it would basically look like a closed coat or jacket without the sleeves. And this one is relatively thicker as well. So of course, it will be perfect if you're gonna go somewhere with it's a little bit chillier. And the buttons here are also embedded with certain details. You can of course hear that. Relatively nice, if I do say so myself. Of course, the opposite is that it's a very thick fabric. It's made for those colder climates, so if you're going to take a trip to, say, Tatooine, it might not be the best option. but that is option number 2. Perhaps I should have zoomed out a bit more, but I'll let you use your imagination. And now next, one of my personal favorites, if I do say so myself. This one has quite a bit more detail to it. We have a nice lapel going all the way down to the very center of your being. And then we have it nice little spikes here for that decoration. Or if you're dealing with some kind of hero and they get a little bit close, maybe you could just smack them toward these little spikes. That's one of my personal favorite things I've heard from villains. And of course, we look a little bit lower here. We've got a nice type of sheen to it. Feels very soft. And of course, got a little bit of leather going all the way down here. So quite a bit of detail. If you're looking to intimidate, I would say this is the one for you. And you can get a little bit of a better look here. We also have a little nice bit of lining going down here. Of course, let me open this thing. Of course, it's got a nice sheen on the inside, very cozy, but not the best for winter. It's more, well, it's debatable. I would say give it a try, even for a day or so. So this, it also has a collar, of course. Of course, this is option number 3. And then, you know what? I lied. I said that was my personal favorite. No, this one is my personal actual favorite. So, we have something that it would appear perhaps double-breasted. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. It has a variety of different buttons here. Of course, it's got a nice long collar. Give me a moment. Oh, you can't see. But I will try to describe it to make things a little bit easier. We have a nice selection of buttons here. It is a rather plain design, but rather also quite thick. And when you close it, you will have at least several buttons on display. Unfortunately, I'm unable to show you. Perhaps I should have waited until we could stand and do this, or at least use a coat hanger. But it also has a very shiny, a very shimmering type of silky inner lining. Very cozy. And although we can't see it, take my word, this is the best. The buttons are usually supposed to just be on the center going all the way down. So if you're wearing an open jacket, it'll be a very nice display. So those terrible displays that I failed to attempt to show, you can think about that, unless you already have a certain idea which one you want. Okay. And next we have the masks. You're of course more than welcome to refuse a mask. I would recommend it. For one thing, it looks quite stylish, but it does of course slip off the nose, as you've seen me since we've been here. Give me one moment. So we have all sorts of different masks here, which I think that you'll enjoy quite a bit. Each one completely different from the last, and unlike the waistcoats, I can actually show you these. So let's have a nice good look at this one first. Quite a bit of detail Personally, I would say it resembles almost as if you have a stitched mouth. We have a lot of metal bedded pieces with a little rope tying between the two. And of course on the sides here we have little ropes that would just hook around your ears. So relatively nice, if I do say so myself. Quite a good option. Also, the majority of masks that we have on display today will be quite breathable. I don't know why I've suddenly turned into a salesman. Maybe it's the heat, I'm not sure. So that is option one. Next, let's go with, oh, this is a good one. This one reminds me almost of a Victorian goth style. Those type of dresses you see with the same detail. Also a very good option if you're looking to stand out. So let's go a little bit closer here. Where is it? Let's just go on the side. Should be able to see quite a bit of detail. Okay, maybe not. Of course, the main attraction is the nice string going all the way down. Very much perfect if you're looking to stand out, as it were, say compared to this mask here. That is option number two. And then we have one more of at least this style. Again, maybe you prefer that when you're beating down a villain, or beating down a hero I should say, they would rather look up here on your eyes, and so we have something that's a little bit more discreet. Not much to say about this one, but it is rather, I wouldn't say plain, just very simple but effective. Very, let's say, did I say discreet? I'm not sure. It's been a long day, but yes, quite simple. Quite good if you prefer just a basic mask, no style. And of course, could also go with this one here. If you'd like to just have a good look. Does it feel weird yet to see me do this? Everybody says it does, but it does sound rather nice. One of my personal favorites, but boy does it love to just pull right off. But we have a few others to look at. First off, we have one that's relatively flashy. We have all sorts going on here. Two spikes here, a little bit of metal, and of course, a couple of pipes. Very steampunky, if I do say so. Would give you quite the look, if that's what you're going for. And then of course on the back, also quite detailed. We have plenty of holes here to help with breathability. Same, these little things. And then of course the things that keep everything together as well, with a little rope that will tie all the way around your head with a little hook as well. Quite a fun mask if you really want to leave an impression. And then of course we also have the same one in silver. Again, if you'd like to make an impression, then by all means you can. Now let's address the elephant in the room. This one, there was only one of these pipes. Now, when I discovered this mask, when I made it, I was certain that my supplier gave me every little piece of this design. Unfortunately, that I've been lied to. Oh, I've lost it. But anyways, here is option two. Now, A random question. Are you a fan of the Black Plague? Of course, no need to look at me like that. It will be relevant because we have a little friend here. Now, plenty of detail in this one. Personally, not my favourite. One thing, you'll barely be able to see a thing, but may be perfect or if you're going to some kind of place. Quite a bit of gas, and you need to make sure that you're going to be safe. Now, perhaps this reminds you of someone around our little community here. He likes to time travel. He likes to do many things, actually. Of course, his name is Corvo, but that's irrelevant to this. But yes, of course, a nice Dr. Plague mask. So by all means, you can choose today, or if you're not sure, I know that you've just started, but I know that you've just joined us right this moment, but the sooner you choose, the better. But I'll let you think about everything. Maybe you could just look around. I'll just be here. But I have to say, I'm just so proud. I know we've only met and only known each other for possibly almost 40 minutes, but I knew you could do it. I knew you could join us. I'm so proud of you. Thank you for wrecking those heroes and their god-awful tacky outfits, just tearing them apart. Ah, it brings a tear to my eye. But I'm sure we'll see each other very soon. Maybe next time we could also discuss a quote for you as well. I would love to do so today, but I think we've rambled on long enough. And I apparently don't have the space. I don't believe that I did a good job displaying those waistcoats, but you go talk to the boss, see what he has to say, and until next time, take care, my friend.